We are officially in the capital city of the state of Campeche, which is Campeche City, and it's everything we kind of imagined. That's fun. I got more horchata, but this time there's rum. I don't think you can make horchata much better, but if you add rum, you made it better. We're Dennis and Liz, full-time RVers who spent the past 3 years exploring North America in our little home on wheels. After an epic summer RVing Colorado and Texas, we made the trek down south, crossing back into Mexico for another 6-month road trip. This week, we take you with us to explore the colorful colonial city of Campeche. We are officially in the capital city of the state of Campeche, which is Campeche City.
This is our first official trek into the Yucatan Peninsula.
And it's everything we kind of imagined. These very colonial cities with beautiful, bright pastel colored buildings, tons of churches and gorgeous courtyards. This city is definitely charming, romantic, all of the things, and we're so excited to show you around. Our first stop is to grab some food though. If you've watched other Campeche videos because you're planning a trip here, you're probably going to see a lot of people going to the same restaurants, and that's because they're great. Merganza was recommended to us by a local we just met as we were parking. He said it was delicious. Very good way to try traditional Campeche food. And to start off, I got a horchata de coco. Normally a horchata is a rice drink, but it can also be made with different ingredients. This one is made from coconut. So tasty. I got empanadas de chaya, which chaya is a Mayan plant, and it's filled with cheese. I don't know that I would be able to really recognize the chaya. It's not like a super distinct flavor. The cheese is wonderful, and it's deep fried dough, so you really can't go wrong.
I went for the panuchos de cochinita pibil, which panuchos are basically just fried tortillas. And then cochinita pibil is a spiced pork that they wrap in a banana leaf and then bake for I don't know how many hours, and then throw pickled onions on top. Probably my favorite thing. Tamales de lupita and then cochinita pibil. And I'm happy.
In this area, or in Campeche City, a very famous dish is pan de cazón, where they take a tortilla and then they layer it with cazón, which is actually a type of shark, and then it has like a red sauce all over it with spices. It's supposed to be very good, but I asked the woman, our server, and she suggested the stuffed chili version of it. This is made with dogfish, not sharks. It's very tasty. I love the flavors of it, but it does have like a kind of fishy taste to it. It's interesting. Would I order it again? Am I glad I got to experience it? Yes. We are fed, which was important because we were ravenous. And as we were walking back to explore the city, we ended up passing Sector Campeche, which is the Secretary of Tourism. And they have shared a ton of our videos from Isla Guada and our time in Campeche, and they actually recognized us.
Yes. Thank you, Kike.
Yes, thank you so much, Kike. So we shared a fun little video.
Hola.
Somos ETRV. Me llamo Elizabeth y Denise y regresamos a Campeche.
Tengo muchas ganas de explorar Campeche, la ciudad de amurrada.
Enamoramos de Isla Guada y estamos tan felices que está un pueblo mágico ahora. Felicidades.
If you're not following us on Instagram or Sector Campeche, definitely give them a follow. They share really great stuff to do all around Campeche.
Not only stuff to do, but since all of the COVID restrictions have been happening, they've been sharing the updates on the hours for visitation for all of the
tourism stuff in and around the state. So
Definitely worth it, but that was just really fun.
yeah.
I actually noticed our Yamaha X-Max that was parked by their building and said, I wonder if that's them, because that's not a bike they sell here in Mexico. So we're gonna go show you around a little bit of the city and give you a little bit of a history lesson for this gorgeous town, and also UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Spanish conquistadors began occupying the Maya region of the Yucatan Peninsula around 1517, growing San Francisco de Campeche into one of the largest trading ports in the New World. To protect the city from pirates who were abundant from the 16th to 18th centuries, the Spanish built a series of thick stone walls and 8 bastions to fortify the city during the 17th century.
Inside the fortress walls, you'll find colorful churches and buildings built in traditional Spanish colonial architecture. Mixed in with beautiful plazas among perfectly straight streets. One of the churches, Ex Templo de San Jose, has a lighthouse on top because of the proximity to the sea, originally helping keep ships from crashing into the fortress walls.
There are 2 historic entrances into the fortified city. One seaside, Puerto de Mar, which used to touch the ocean tide when the fortress was originally built. The other on the inland side, Puerto de Tierra, which was secured a bit more intensely to protect the wealthier neighborhoods. Connecting them is Campeche's famous Calle 59, a now pedestrian-only street lined with outdoor dining and plenty of shopping opportunities.
Inside the 8 bastions, there are small museums that can be visited, and in some spots grant you access to the top of the fortress. Unfortunately, right now public access to the top is limited during COVID-19 to help prevent overcrowding. So we visited Puerto de Tierra and paid 15 pesos each to visit their small museum and be able to explore the city from the top of the fortress walls. That's fun.
What was that for?
I guess this would be to alert the pirates that someone was coming, or to alert the people that the pirates were coming. I don't really know if that's what it was used for, but it's nice. Feels good. Okay, that was a little loud. You're protecting us from pirates?
I would be a pirate. But it is kind of crazy, like, the amount of thinking and engineering went into these forts. It's like the shapes of the portholes so they could aim the musket guns and have cover at the same time is it's pretty cool. Like, thinking about that kind of stuff, pretty rad. But I would not want to have to live back when a bunch of pirates were attacking my city on a constant basis. The pirates are attacking. I'm
glad we came to the perimeter wall walk, because this actually feels a lot like St. Augustine, Florida, which I spent a lot of my youth visiting. Super old Spanish colonial construction type fort near the beach that was built with a purpose. You know, palm trees, lots of humidity, lots of sunshine, old rusty cannons. Brings back the good old days.
We're done on the top, but with COVID, you have to go through one of the paid entrances, and the door's locked. And he told us what to do when we wanted to return, but it was in Spanish, and I didn't quite understand. So I don't know if there's like a bell. I'm just standing at the door hoping he'll come. Dennis is smart and he figured it out. You just ring the bell. Instead of letting him know the pirates are coming, the tourists are coming.
So I will say, the historic center that's inside of the walled fort is pretty small. You can walk from one corner to the other of it in probably like 15 minutes max, and that's taking your time. So you can see everything inside of the historic center, unless you're going into the museums probably and spending a lot of time in each museum in one day.
Or if you prefer, there is a trolley that will take you around on an hour tour. If you speak Spanish or understand Spanish, they give you all of the history of the area. It's 100 pesos per person. We opted to just walk by foot. We also have the scooter to get around and be able to view the beautiful streets and colors. But it's definitely a nice way to get introduced to the city, even if you only have one day. I can't get enough of the buildings. They are beautiful. You can see the Spanish influence here. Just the history and the colonial architecture of it is gorgeous. Unfortunately, a lot of the buildings are completely abandoned. You can see when you're on top of the fort, all of the ones that have roofs caved in, there's trees growing where there would be, it's just raw ground. But there's been a few places that actually have doors open and you can see inside and see some of their gorgeous decorations and just how beautiful and ornate some of these places probably are. Well, the day has turned on us. It started raining. We were just about to fly the drone and realized Dennis's phone is dead, and that's the phone that has the app to fly the drone. So we came back to the restaurant we came to earlier to get some drinks and use our Wi-Fi to download the app on my phone. But now it's raining, so now we're just drinking.
I think the moral of the story today, kids, is always be prepared. But if you're not, just go drink it.
I got more horchata, but this time there's rum. I don't think you can make horchata much better, but if you add rum, you made it better. Because Campeche is west-facing, you can normally enjoy pretty epic sunsets. But unfortunately, the weather rained on our sunset parade. So instead, we enjoyed the sights of the city at night. Then headed over to La Maria Cocina Peninsular for happy hour and a super delicious dinner. We finished the night off at the Malecon, which has a water light show 2 times each night for you to enjoy.
Seen everybody else do it, so we gotta do it too. I look like an angel.
One spot that you should definitely check out if you're coming to Campeche is the Malecon. It's a several kilometer or mile long run where people can exercise, bike, walk, and just enjoy the beautiful waterfront. It's also where you'll find the sign for Campeche, which Mexico has signs for all of their cities in these colorful letters. It's kind of like their signature mark, and a statue of an angel. One thing I will say about visiting Campeche City, for us as RVers that was frustrating, was camping.
All right, it's officially 10 p.m. and the Home Depot guy just came and kicked us out of the parking lot. We got permission from the daytime manager to stay at the
here
Home Depot
tonight.
But they're saying that they can't get a hold of him on the phone to confirm that, so we gotta leave. And we don't know where the hell we're gonna go.
Last night we stayed at Sam's Club. We did get permission from the manager there, but he just said for one night. Like, normally we don't allow this, but it's already after dark. Just stay. So we don't want to go back to Sam's Club, which is next door, and over-welcome our stay when he clearly told us. Yeah, overstay our welcome when he clearly told us just one night. But at this point, it might just be what we do. It was quite the journey to get here, but we ended up finding a park that's right next to the Centro. It's literally a 2-minute walk. I can see the wall from here.
We're a block away from the Puerto del Mar.
So it's a really good location. We didn't have anyone come to bother us. We've been here, you know,
we've been
all
here
night and then to the morning, so 12 hours.
Yeah, we've been here a little over 12 hours probably.
And it's big enough spots for our rig to fit perfectly. It was nice and quiet at night. There's a police station right around the corner, so we felt nice and safe. It was free. We're just glad we found a spot to stay last night.
Yeah. All of the places we tried, except for the hotel, were listed on iOverlander as verified stays. Take iOverlander with a huge teaspoon of salt.
And especially with the COVID travel right now, a lot of people aren't traveling in Mexico like normal, so a lot of the reviews of places are from before COVID time, so they're extra unreliable. Other than a really stressful night, we really enjoyed our stay here. It is such a lovely city. I definitely think it's a place you could probably fully enjoy in a 2 or 3 day time period. You know, if you're staying overnight and there's not a lot of camping options, you can try and squeeze it in a day, but it is highly recommended. We'll see you next week. We hope you enjoyed the video. If so, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you next week. By the way, this drink cost me $2.50 US. No más, por favor. Seriously, the prices can't be beat here. Your dollar, in terms of food, goes so far here. You could easily get away eating really well for $5 to $10 US a day, which is incredible. I'm not joking. In Oaxaca, there was one day we ate out the entire day and we spent less than $8, including our transportation to and from the city. Thank you, Mexico.